tonight. Hey, what's up guys? It is Friday, just got here to the gym, about to go inside and hit legs, but today I'm going to be recording what I do before my leg day, because a lot of times my leg days just really heavily rely on squats, and squats for the most part, outside of the many technique things that do go into squats, they are pretty straightforward for the most part. So I do kind of go through different leg days and stuff like that with you guys here on my channel, but I've never really kind of dove into what I do for mobility work and what I do for stretching and warming up before my leg days. So today I'm gonna go inside and take you step by step and do a commentary over what I do to prepare for squats, to prepare for my leg days. So about to head inside, start warming up. See you guys in the gym. All right guys, so bringing you this commentary over this warm-up and kind of mobility work that you guys are going to be seeing me do. Here I am just starting out with a very simple warm-up, just walking on the treadmill for about 10 minutes or so at a 3.5 speed on a 4.0 incline. Now these 4 stretches that you guys are going to be seeing me do right here, each one of these you will hold for roughly about 15 seconds, and you'll just switch from do both with your right leg, then do both with your left leg. Here, you guys are seeing me do kind of like a lunge stretch as well, just really kind of pushing out those hamstrings or stretching out those hamstrings. Again, both of these are held for 15 seconds. Now you guys are really going to see me kind of move into the actual squat rack and start warming up my hips, and again, just kind of getting my hamstrings ready to start firing for my depth. Now, these are more or less like hurdle stretches. I used to do these when I was in track, and they really get your hips really nice and warmed up and ready to start working. And now I will get into just some squats with the bar, because I don't care if you're bench pressing, I don't care if you're squatting, I don't care if you're deadlifting, you always need to start with just the bar. Get used to the motion before you start adding weight, and then you can start adding weight like you see me doing right here. 135 on the bar for roughly 5 to 10 reps, and then I move into 225 for another 5 to 10 reps, and then once I do that, I'll get into my kind of feel out weight is what I like to call it, with 275 for roughly, again, 2 to 5 reps, just something where I can start to feel kind of heavy weight on my back. And now I'm into my working sets of 315. Just going to show you guys 2 sets right here so I can kind of give you an idea of the depth that I like to hit when I'm squatting. I go right below parallel. A lot of people will just kind of hit that 90-degree mark. I like to drop just a little bit lower than that to really engage my hamstrings and my glutes big time on squats. And here, you guys just focus on these deep breaths that I take before each rep. It helps keep your core tight, and it's going to give you much more power and explosiveness throughout the entire motion. But that's more or less my leg workout, my leg warm-up, and mobility routine for all of my leg days. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Alright guys, so done at the gym. I am a sweaty mess after that. After squats, so you guys saw me warm up, and then I worked up to 3 sets of 3 with 315, and then I did some front squats and body weight lunges after that, just to kind of like finish off my legs, because my leg days, believe it or not, are very, like I said it before, squat focused. So I'm coming in here trying to hit as heavy a squats as I can, and then my accessory exercises usually are just like front squats, then like lunges for maybe like 10 minutes of body weight lunges. Might sound easy, but if you do 10 minutes of body weight lunges after squats, like regular squats and then front squats, believe me, those 10 minutes will be the longest 10 minutes of your entire life, and your legs will be cooked afterwards. So I am dead. I'm about to go pick up some food at my favorite place on planet Earth, Chipotle. Alright guys, just got home in time from Chipotle to watch the UFC 214 weigh-ins. This is the best card in years that the UFC has put together, and it's headlined by the best fight in, like, literally in UFC history. And I know a lot of times people talk about, oh, Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey are, like, different awesome fights, but literally the two baddest men on planet Earth that would be the champion at heavyweight. Would be one of them's going to be the champion on Saturday at light heavyweight. They would be the champion at middleweight. Like, these are the two baddest men on the planet stepping into the octagon right now. 1 versus 2. Cormier versus Jones. Like, this is the best fight in UFC history. So I just want to, like, fly through these fights with you real quick, because I know some of you guys do like to hear my UFC predictions. So just going to fly through this fight card with you guys real quick, give you my very quick predictions. So we've got Josh Berkman versus Drew Dober to kick off the Fight Pass prelims. I have Berkman just because he's more experienced. Then Eric Shelton versus Jared Brooks, who actually grew up in my hometown. So I'm very biased. I do pick Jared Brooks to get the job done. Super, super aggressive. Kaylin Curran versus Alexandra Albo. Haven't heard of either of these two strawweights. I have heard of Kaylin Curran a little bit, so I'm just going to go with her just because I've actually heard of her. But then you get into the FXX, like what the heck, prelims. Andre Fili versus Calvin Kattar. Andre Fili, I think, gets the job done. Brian Ortega versus Renato Moisano. I don't know who that is, so I'm just going to go with Brian Ortega. Aljamain Sterling versus Renan Barão. Awesome, awesome, awesome fight. I think Aljamain Sterling gets the job done there. Ricardo Lamas versus Jason Knight. This, in my opinion, is your fight of the night right here. Both these dudes are going to move forward. They are going to strike. They are going to throw down. And I think that's going to be your fight of the night. And I think Jason Knight gets the job done over Ricardo Lamas. Then Jimmy Manuwa versus Volkan Ozdemir. I think Jimmy Manuwa was kind of gifted this fight just to kind of fill a place on this card in case John Jones fails the drug test or Daniel Cormier or John Jones doesn't make weight. I literally think this fight was just kind of put together to give Jimmy Manuwa a place on the card in case one of the headliners fell through. So I think Jimmy Manuwa gets the job done in this fight. Then Robbie Lawler versus Donald Cerrone. Like, are you kidding me? This fight would headline any Fox card, any Fox Sports 1 card, any fight. Like, this is an amazing fight. But I think Robbie Lawler gets the job done. I think he's just more experienced here. I think he's closer to the title than Donald Cerrone is, and I think that Donald Cerrone not being as active as he's been in the past, I think might hurt him a little bit with momentum. And Robbie Lawler, man, he hits like a truck. And I think if he catches Donald Cerrone, he finishes him. So I'm predicting Robbie Lawler, second round knockout. Then Cyborg versus Tanya Evinger. Cyborg wins first round knockout. Honestly, like, that's your easy fight of the night. Tyron Woodley versus Damian Maia. Another crazy striker versus grappler type of fight. I know Tyron Woodley likes to say he's a super good wrestler, which he is. But at heart, he wants to stand up and he wants to knock you out. But I think Damian Maia, from what I've seen over the past 7 fights, this dude is on such a roll and everybody knows exactly what he's going to do and nobody can stop it. I think at some point in this fight, he gets Tyron's back and submits him. Crazy to think about. Crazy to think that a guy like Damian Maia would beat Tyron Woodley, but I think he gets it done by submission. Probably somewhere in the 3rd to 4th round range. That's my guess. And then Daniel Cormier versus John frickin' Jones. Best fight in UFC history. You have John Jones, who's been cut, like, he's had a very long layoff. You have Daniel Cormier, who has just been, like, tearing it up. Even though his last fight, he looked very kind of iffy, in my opinion. But John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time, in my opinion. And I think him accepting this kind of bad guy persona at this point is not good for Cormier, because I think John Jones before was a beast, but John Jones, who is motivated, who is dedicated, I think it's hard to say because we haven't seen him fight in so long, but I think he gets it done. And I think he goes on to hold that title and to reign and be as dominant or even more dominant than he was before. Those are just my picks. That's just my prediction. I'm super, super excited for UFC 214. So let me know down below, what are your predictions? Because this video will be up before UFC 214. If you guys are interested in UFC, let me know down below who do you think is going to win. But now, got to enjoy this Chipotle and watch these weigh-ins. Alright guys, so heading out for the night, and I'm really just going to see a movie right now, but didn't have anything going on, and there are a few new movies out. The Emoji Movie, Atomic Blonde. I haven't seen Valerian yet. I put on my Snapchat, I asked you guys that do follow me on Snapchat what I should go see tonight, and it was like literally unanimous. 20 snaps back to none. Everybody saying go see Atomic Blonde. So that is what I am heading out to go see right now. Going to hopefully not be in a super packed theater, even though it is opening night. It is pretty late. It is 10:38 right now. And yeah, so got to head to the theater, check out Charlize Theron in Atomic Blonde, and I'll let you guys know what I think afterwards.
I think I fucking love you.
That's too bad.
She's a killer queen. What a try!
Alright guys, so just got out of seeing Atomic Blonde with Charlize Theron and Sofia Boutella and James McAvoy and John Goodman and a bunch of big names in that movie, and I really can't complain whatsoever about the acting. I thought the acting in the movie was really good. I thought all the performances were solid. Charlize Theron's character, I really enjoyed her character. I gotta be honest, I really did enjoy her character, and I would love to see where they could take it in the future. And there was one action scene in this movie that was absolutely breathtaking. It was so good. There was one action sequence in this that was unforgettable. However, it didn't save this movie. This movie was super boring. I really didn't enjoy it. It felt like a chore to sit through the entire thing. The story was all over the place. I had no idea, I would say 90% of this movie, I had no idea what was going on. And I would 100% not recommend seeing this movie. Although, there was a sex scene in this movie between Sofia Boutella and Charlize Theron that was fantastic. So, I mean, if you want to go to the theater and pay like $10 to see that and a couple really awesome action sequences, by all means. But, if you want to go see a good movie, this isn't what you probably want to go pay money to see. Just my opinion. But, yeah, which is frustrating because, again, like I said, the performances in this movie were good. There was an action sequence in this movie that was just one long cut action sequence, and wow. I mean, you're sitting there watching this, and it's unbelievable. It is so good, but it still doesn't redeem this movie. So, yeah, kind of disappointed, but nonetheless, what can you do? You can't win them all. They can't all be Baby Driver. They can't all be War for the Planet of the Apes. But, I had to head home, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. So, home from the movies, about to sit down and enjoy some grade A+, actual good entertainment, which is Season 4 of Game of Thrones. Gonna have 2 servings of peanut butter and end this night right. But this is gonna wrap up the vlog, so if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go down, hit that red subscribe button. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace!
Some of those that work forces are the same that